Hello Chameleon Wranglers, welcome back to another day of the 12 days of Chameleon gift giving. This is Bill Strand, and today I have for you an isopod propagation kit from the BioDude. With the increased interest in bioactive environments, more and more of us are getting into isopods and springtails and learning about how to take care of a cage floor. Well, isopods are easy to breed, and so you're going to be able to get a small culture and you're going to be able to expand those just in case you have multiple cages that you want to populate. And I got to tell you, outside of having them for cleanup crew, or sometimes they're used for feeders, isopods are great pets. I love breeding them just for the sake of breeding them. And the BioDude has a very convenient kit that you can purchase, send to somebody, and they're going to be able to set it up and start breeding isopods. In here, I am breeding dairy cow isopods, and I want to introduce you to them. BioDude offers two types of propagation kits. One's for isopods and one's for springtails, but they're basically the same thing. We're creating a bioactive environment for these invertebrates to propagate. And for those of us who are working with bioactive environments for our chameleons, this is a way that we can propagate isopods and we can populate a lot of different cages. And so I've got my kit right here, and I'm going to put it together, and we're going to go through the steps just so you can see how it's done and how cool it really is. So first thing we got, when you go there, you can find that you can have a number of different kinds of soils. This is the terra firma that I'm going to try for this one. The other one I got, and yes, I did have another one, is the terra fauna. And so what I would suggest doing, if you don't know which one you want, is call up BioDude and say, hey, I want to do a certain kind of invertebrate, dairy cow isopods, and see what they recommend. Now, this is nice and convenient because you've got this bag here, and all you got to do is to wet it up. That's how I'm going to start, is I'm just going to pour some water in here. Let's go ahead and shake it up a little bit, just so we can make sure that it's nice and moist. And then, wash over here, I'm going to dump it into the container. You know what? I want a little bit more water in there. I should have put a little bit more in. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and add some in. Now you notice this soil is very nice. It's not just dirt. It's got a lot of really good bioactive things in it. And let's see. The next thing I have is some sphagnum moss here. Now, if you go on the website, the ingredients change often, and so you may or may not find the same ingredients that I am showing here, but that's okay. Really, the whole purpose of this is to create an environment that has a lot of different kind of things that are going to degrade, and that's the kind of environment that these invertebrates are looking for. And so really, do not worry if you're not getting the same stuff that I am showing here. Because if I ordered it next month, I probably would get different ingredients, and that's okay. That's a lot of fun. So what I'm doing with this sphagnum moss is I'm going to take half of this and I'm going to mix it up in with the soil. So let's go ahead and mix it nicely in there. Probably add a little bit more water in here. See, getting my hands dirty a little bit here. All right. And then, once I'm done with that, you know what I'm going to do first? Because BioDude sends random biodegradables, and I've actually got another kit from BioDude, and I had totally different biodegradables. It really doesn't matter what kind you get. What we're looking for is just things that will degrade. And this is what isopods and springtails are interested in eating. So I'm just going to dig it in here. There we go. And it doesn't have to be nice and neat. Go ahead and make a mess of it. That's okay, because that's going to be nicely taken care of by whatever you put in here. And since, ooh, yeah, nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this sphagnum moss, and I'm going to dump the rest of it on top. So now that I have this nice bin here that's got all sorts of biodegradables, I can add my isopods. So you add isopods or springtails. And so this is the gift. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And so this is what you get from the BioDude. And so if you're interested in getting this for the chameleon person in your life, go to thebiodude.com and look for the Isopod culturing kit. Let's go ahead and do that really quick here. We want to go to thebiodude.com. Once we're on there, take a look at the cleanup crews menu option. And under there, we're going to be able to find the cleanup crew culturing supplies and kits. For those that don't know, that isopods and springtails are considered cleanup crews because they clean up the bottom of the cage. I'm going to click on the kits, and there will be a video tutorial as to how to do it. And say, let's go ahead and click on the Isopod culturing kit. And on there, you're going to see a list of what is in the kit. And there's going to be a lot of different bioactive stuff and things to feed your isopods. Note that the isopods are not included in this kit. And the one reason why you can't do that is because the kit is going to be shipped at a slower rate than the isopods, which need to come pretty quickly because they're living. And so just make sure you know you've got to do those separately. And of course, you can get them here on the website as well. Now, this is a tricky part to where they ask you what kind of substrate you're looking for. I generally go for the terra fauna, but I've used both the terra fauna and the terra firma. And honestly, I think it's best if you have a question as to which one to use that you call them up and say, what's the difference? What do you recommend for my dairy cows if you're getting the isopods? So you can go ahead and add that to the cart. Oh, no. We don't want to, we're not done yet because we need to get some isopods. They'll come separately. But the idea is you can tell them you would like to have your kit arrive first, and then they can send the isopods, coordinate that with them. So let's go to cleanup crews and go to the actual cultures. There we go. Oh, that's a beautiful dairy cow right there. Beautiful dairy cow. Okay. All that information as to how you can speak to them, and it's a good idea to speak to them. So it looks like they have a lot of things sold out right now. But that's okay. Let's see. Okay, they have powder blue isopods and the Dalmatian isopods. And okay, they're out of the orange isopods. So you know what? Let's go ahead with the Dalmatians. Now, there may be a difference in these isopods and how big they are and such. Call them up for whatever varieties they have available. Just call up the BioDude and say, hey, tell me what the difference between these species are. That may be a little bit easier than going and doing all the research yourself. It's up to you. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and add in these Dalmatian isopods. Okay, there we go. And that's how you do it. Get yourself an isopod propagation kit. This is a real fun project for somebody who is getting into bioactive environments for their chameleons or any other kind of reptile. And so that's our Christmas gift for the day. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.